So today I just wanted to talk to you about some tips for leasing and negotiating your own lease. The first thing to think about is very, very important, the rent. That's always the thing that people think about the most, and often the only thing they think about. There's so many things to think about, but the rent is always the one that comes to the surface first. Now, when you're negotiating a new lease, the landlord will ask you for what they want. Now, their expectation in terms of the rent is often just a calculation for them on what return on investment they want. It's not necessarily aligned with the market rent value of the tenancy that you're looking to lease. So what's important to find out is, what is the market rent of your tenancy? What is the value of your space? If it was vacant and it had to go to market today, how much would the landlord be seeking to lease that premises? So the landlord might come to you with a new lease offer of $110,000 when you're currently paying $100,000. We need to find out, what is the actual market rent? Because the landlord has just taken your existing rent, added some to it and said, how about that? Often tenants look at that and go, okay, I'm going to negotiate down from that, and they get the landlord to come down to $105,000, and they think, great, I've had a win, I've saved $5,000, which you have, and that's great. But what if the market rent is $80,000? So what we need to do is understand and do our homework to find out, what are other people paying? What was the most recent leasing deal that was done in our area? What's the most comparable premises to ours, and how much is that being marketed for lease? That is what the market rent is, and that's where you should be starting your negotiation with the landlord. You may not achieve that for your tenancy, but you should be achieving something closer to the market rent than what the landlord's asking. Remember, the landlord is asking what they're looking for because that's a financial calculation for them, it's a return on investment for them. It may not have any relationship to the market rent. So we want to make sure that the rent is aligned with what is happening in the marketplace, because you're going to be stuck in that lease for 3 years, 5 years or longer, and it's going to increase every year by a certain amount. So let's make sure the starting rent is right and it's as close to the market rent as possible.